moved on. But then he went on to serve in other capacities and then became a member of parliament for Kamkunji, for the death of Tom Mboya. I came to know him in the early 70s at that time, when he was now a member of parliament and I was myself working in town. I remember at the time of the death of J.M. Kariuki, when Njigi was one of the people who stood very, very firm that the truth of the death of Kariuki need to be told and be known. He worked very well in Kamkunji. His records are known. And even in parliament. As a Minister of Agriculture, he was exemplary. I remember meeting him several times as a Minister of Agriculture. During those ASK shows, he was always there. And you could see him sometimes walking around with the president. Those days, when they were working first as civil servants, they had inherited a very clean civil servant. But the civil service got corrupted when they introduced what they called the Njenga Commission report, which allowed the civil servants to get involved in businesses, competing with the private sector. That is actually the genesis of corruption in our civil service. And that is an issue that must be addressed. If you're talking about fighting corruption, first address the issue of corruption within civil service. Civil servants should not become businessmen. They should either choose to be businessmen or become civil servants. So, but now I'm digress. Last time I was here in Nyeri with elders here, Mr. Governor, I talked about history. And he told me, you don't want to hear history. No country can develop without history. Yes. So when I stand here, I can talk about how the people from this region have fought and helped to liberate this country. Yes. I talked another time about Dedan Kimathi. I was telling you how independence was fought and how, in the end, the people of Kenya united together, the rest of our country. And I actually would want to tell you that if you don't know history, you cannot know the future. This country has come from very far, and we are here where we are today. In the midst of a crisis, I want to join those who have spoken before me. We used to be in the trenches. Reverend Peter Njenga here called him a comrade in arms. We used to go to him at the All Saints Cathedral. But one time, his leg was swollen. And we got him from the All Saints Cathedral, walking with him all the way to Kamkunji. And they were throwing tear gas at us. Later on, he even took us back to Saints Cathedral where we were hiding with him. This is Reverend here. At that time, we were the church leaders who were true to the liberation struggle. Today, the religious leaders are summoned like servants to go to State House. And they go there with prepared speeches to make.